Now, just moments ago, officials announcing those new deaths, saying the bodies were found in the wreckage overnight. More than 147 people are still unaccounted for, and crews are continuing to race against time now in their 7th day of digging through that rubble in search of any survivors. But officials say the incoming bad weather now could complicate these efforts.
And we have team coverage out of Surfside for you this afternoon. Our Waukesha Bailey spoke with the family of the 12th victim just identified earlier today. But we begin with our Terry Parker with this latest update from officials. Terry?
Right, some fairly big developments here on day 7 in the search and rescue mission in Surfside. Not only have we found 4 more bodies overnight, but the Israeli commander of that task force says that they actually found tunnels in the debris, tunnels big enough for someone to be inside, although they have not found anyone. Let's take a look at the video from the latest developments. Of course, the 4 new bodies were discovered overnight. We're not being told exactly how they found them, and there's no identification yet. But as this Israeli task force, which has come here to help the ones here from South Florida, have been working, they found these tunnels. The Israeli commander saying that those tunnels were big enough for someone to possibly be in between the gaps. He said he actually crawled through them, but so far they haven't found anyone inside. Let's take a listen to what he says.
We found people.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they are not alive. We found some more tunnels, and we strolled at night in those tunnels. And there are, from one hand, new spaces that we find, and from the other, we found more people, but unfortunately not alive.
So that means that the rescue mission continues unabated. All of the officials keep reiterating that they are going to continue this search and rescue mission until they can account or find for everyone. But even that Israeli commander said, in his experience, sometimes tomorrow will be 1 week since the collapse. Sometimes 1 week might be the cutoff point, but it doesn't mean anything for certain, of course. One problem, of course, has been the weather. And as I told you yesterday, some of the families have been upset about the rescuers having to pause when there's thunder and lightning. They were saying you're already risking your lives out there in this debris-strewn building that could collapse. Why can't you stay during the thunder and lightning? However, the rescuers are no longer going into the remaining standing structure that's part of the South Tower because they say it is just too dangerous. They did look in that area to see if there were any pets left behind, but say they did not find any. So that is still ongoing. And as we told you, the state attorney's office is asking for a grand jury investigation into what happened here, but everyone is emphasizing that while that's a priority, it falls behind finding anyone who might be still alive. We're going to be here all day giving you the very latest developments and updates as this search and rescue mission continues. For now, I'm live in Surfside. Back to you.
Of course, we're all still holding out hope as well. Earlier today, officials identified the 12th confirmed victim in the collapse, 92-year-old Hilda Noriega. She's the mother of the North Bay Village Police Chief. Waukesha Bailey spoke with her family over the weekend as they anxiously waited for news on Hilda.
The Noriega family has not left this site for days, and Hilda Noriega's grandson says after seeing the stacked piles of concrete, they were also realistic.
Hilda Noriega, but we lovingly called her Kima, a 92-year-old independent woman, vibrant and full of energy.
Michael Noriega was one of the first families to arrive at the Champlain Towers collapse on Thursday. His grandmother, Hilda, lived on the 6th floor, and after 6 days of searching, the family now has closure. In a statement, the family says, quote, "The Noriegas have lost the heart and soul and matriarch of their family, but it will get through this time by embracing the unconditional love Hilda was known for." Michael's father is the North Bay Village Police Chief. He and his family have been right beside search and rescue crews digging through the rubble looking for victims. The Noriegas are a prayerful family. They say they believe in miracles, and to them, finding this card and photograph amongst the rubble, they are grateful. The statement goes on to say, quote, the family would like to thank all of the hundreds of first responders who bravely and selflessly risked their lives to locate his mother and the other innocent victims found to date. The family says at this time they are requesting their privacy as they deal with this tragic loss. Reporting from Surfside, Waukesha Bailey, WPDF 25 News.
And if you or anyone you know is having trouble getting in contact with family, here's the number for you to write down on your screen. It's 305, it's 614-1819. That's the reunification line that families can call. And if your family members are accounted for, officials also want to know that as well. Now
tomorrow, President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will be traveling to Surfside. They're expected to meet both with the families of the victims as well as first responders. Now, the president last week ordered that federal disaster assistance to help now with the rescue.
And we're also learning more about the major building repairs that were scheduled to begin at the Champlain Towers South. ABC News got a hold of a document sent to residents that says the Condo Association Board of Directors approved a $15 million assessment on April 13th. That same document indicates that payments were scheduled to begin tomorrow, July 1st, with fees for condo owners ranging anywhere from $80,000 to $330,000. At this point, we still don't know what caused the collapse and if those repairs are related to it.
And meanwhile, former Surfside building inspector now on a leave of absence from his current job in the city of Doral. Leaders say Ross Prieto was placed on leave. Now, in a 2018 board meeting, Prieto told residents at Champlain Tower South that the building was in, quote, very good shape. That's according to records released by the town of Surfside. Now, you can read more about the damage reported at Champlain Tower South over on our app, our WPBF 25 News app this afternoon. Now, if you download it, you can do that just by pointing your phone camera right at the QR code that's up on the screen right now. It'll take you right to that app.